My name is Roy Sheppard and I'm a specialist conference and congress MC and facilitator. I do a lot of corporate jobs and I do a lot of medical congresses, but sometimes with 6,000-7,000 people. My real expertise, I'm told, is that I help to make a large event feel small because I engage with the audience, and I also add in energy and enthusiasm without coming across as a game show host. And I think that's really important because a lot of the events I do are very, very serious ones. So you have to get the right tone of voice. I tend to get booked by production companies who want somebody who can think on their feet, is experienced as a producer as well as a presenter. Not only do I interview executives who might not necessarily be that confident or that good at presenting themselves, so I can bring out the humanity of them. But I tend to get involved early on in the planning stages of a conference, working with the conference producer to help clarify what they're trying to achieve and then come up with different ways to design the meeting so that people can be far more engaged when they're attending the meeting. So I'm like the conscience of the audience. I also do various breakout sessions. I do coaching of executives. I do filming on site, either with my own gear or with the production team. And I also do, for a lot of medical congresses, career development seminars for their younger members, because they know that they have to keep a young thread of members coming through. Otherwise, the association will become for old people, basically. I tend to get paid for it when it goes wrong as well, and I've had quite a number of occasions where I've had to do that. I was at a congress where there was about 4,000 people, and the opening keynote speaker was a very, very eminent Japanese gentleman who was quite small, and that's relevant to the story because when he was standing behind the lectern, there was a laptop on there, and he closed the lid of the laptop. And my client, the chief executive of the association I was working with, said, "Roy, he's just shut down the entire system. So when he finishes, can you go up on stage and talk to the audience of about 4,000 people for maybe 4 or 5 minutes while we sort it out and reboot the system?" And I went, "You want me to give an impromptu presentation in front of thousands of people for about 5 minutes?" He went, "Yeah." And that's what I did. And the great thing was, nobody afterwards knew that I was filling. So I was very pleased about that. And the client said to me that, "Actually, Roy, that's what we pay you for." And I think the most successful thing about the work that I do is really confirmed by the fact that I tend to get rebooked so much. You know, I'm about to do a congress in Barcelona for the 5th year in a row. I mean, I've just done one for the 3rd time, so I do get asked back. And I think one of the other things that sort of set me aside from most other people who market themselves as MCs is that I tend to use a lot of technology. I use a lot of interactive, collaborative technology. So part of my role as a master of ceremonies and as a facilitator is to open up conversation and dialogue, and perhaps sometimes in a difficult or toxic environment you really want to create a safe space so the audience have a voice as well. So I become the conscience of the audience. So that is that whole package really of bringing it to life, helping them clarify what the objectives are for the meeting, and really helping the audience to engage so it's a shared experience. They go away thinking that was worth doing and I'll go again.